Hi there. Welcome to Practical Piano. My name is Tia. In this practice series, I record any time that I practice so that you can get a sense of what progress can look like over time in piano. And it is October, which means it's time to practice Christmas music. Now, in all seriousness, I start practicing Christmas music in October because I prefer to be really good by December rather than rushing to finish on time. Because coming up to the holidays, people have limited time and we often get a little less practice than we anticipate. So my idea is we start practicing in October and then it's for sure ready in December. So that's why it is October 7th and we're doing Christmas music. Now also, there is a recital where I work in January. So I'm going to learn Sir Duke for the recital. Now because I'm working on these other projects, we're going to put our exam things on hold for a little bit. I'll play my exam songs a couple of times a week and I'll keep working on the technique, but always prioritize in piano whatever has the closer deadline. All right, now I'm gonna grab a dog bed because I can see my dog wants to sit here and she might be a little more comfy on the dog bed. There we go. There you go. Good. Hello. Also, my dogs are probably going to howl because they love piano and they love to howl to piano. And I'm going to leave that in because it's quite fun to listen to them. Now, also, I don't edit my actual practice. I edit sometimes when I'm talking if I have big gaps in my speech, but I don't edit the practice because the whole idea is unedited practice, so you can see reality of what practice looks like. It's very imperfect. Okay. Oh! Remember, if you have an electronic piano, to turn it on before you play. It works better. Good girls. Yeah. Okay, maybe, hopefully, that'll be it for the howling. Also, I need a warm-up. My hands feel stiff. And I was just walking, so I don't know what that does, but it makes my hands stiff. So we're going to do some scales. We need to do our minor scales. I don't have my notebook with me with all the facts, but I do have the syllabus, which tells me what I need to play. Oh, no, it doesn't. This is RCM. I do Conservatory Canada. Well, I remember that we're supposed to do G sharp, melodic, and harmonic because that is the one I'm struggling with the most. So that's what we'll do. Harmonic first. Okay, I transitioned to like F sharp on the way down. That was not very good. Let's try again. That's what's going on. I'm playing a natural instead of a sharp. Let's go again. And start lower because that was more comfy. I don't know what's making this weird thing on the way down, so we're going to play it till we figure it out. When you have a problem and you don't know what it is, keep doing it until you can figure out what was the problem, or until it's fixed. Because sometimes you'll go and you'll do it again and it'll be right, which is actually not as good. It's better if you can find what was the problem so that you can find the solution. But if the problem no longer exists, well, that's okay too. Yeah. Dog was chewing on the tag on a blanket, so we had to go fix that. Okay. We're gonna do this one again. Lower. Okay, so I have no idea what the problem is, but I imagine it's this part. Maybe I was doing that wrong and it set me up for mistakes in the following thing. In any case, this is in much better shape than it was. So let's play it again. G sharp minor, harmonic. One more time, then we'll play the melodic after. Okay, nice. That was a good. One more time on melodic. Whoops. I cross over with the wrong thing and I go to white keys instead of black keys, and then I end up playing F sharp. So let's do that again. I identified the problem just now. Whoop. I almost did it again. Okay, so we get the B, which is correct, but normally I go to do this A and play F sharp major. We don't need A, we need A sharp. Almost solved it. Oh, that was harmonic. A sharp. Okay, good. That one is solved. Now let's do, because I don't remember which keys I'm supposed to have, let's do a bunch of dominant sevens, because that's what I feel like doing. We're going to do D, which need to be staccato for level 9 Conservatory Canada. And let's just keep going with that. So again, I forget which keys to do. Let's do E flat. Let's do E. don't think you like the dominant sevenths. We have a dog who is very prone to melancholy and sadness, so I better play some happier things for her. Let's do major arpeggios. E minor. E minor. This is C minor. I just said I would do major. Let's do C major. Whoops. Okay, try that again. So that's C major arpeggio in root position. This is first inversion. Which ends on E. This is second inversion. Which begins and ends on G. And the mistake I made the first time was with that second inversion, I went, instead of just G, I went all the way down to C. Okay, now we're gonna do E major. Why not? I think that will put me a little too high, so we're gonna start lower. Whoops. First inversion. Second inversion. Whoops. Let's do that again. First inversion. Hi, are you sad? Or do you want to howl again? I can't tell. Or do you just want some love? I think she wants some love. Okay. Okay, back to practicing our Christmas music. So this one I'm playing is Canon by Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Canon. practiced yet because I have to play, well, I don't have to. This song this version has been written for piano, vocal, and guitar. And so what it's showing me is 4 staves here. So this is the piano one. These 2 are vocal ranges. And these ones at the top are guitar tabs. I don't read guitar tabs. I have no idea what they say. But I can read this vocal range. And I know this song. I knew it when I was a kid. It's a wonderful song. And I want to include as much of these sounds as possible so that it sounds the most like Trans-Siberian. So it's got a melody line that goes, we are waiting, we have not forgotten, are waiting, we have not forgotten. But it also has another vocal range at the same time. This night we pray our lives will show this dream he had, each child still knows, and then it repeats. Now, if you were to sing both voices with one voice, it goes like this. We this night we pray, wait, our lives will show. We this dream have he had, not each, and then forgotten and child at the same time. Anyways, because it's a canon, it's overlapping. It has all these overlapping components. Now, the part that I'm supposed to play with left hand and right hand normally for the piano is like this. Okay? So what I've done is I've transposed the right hand part down into the left hand, so I'm playing it. And I changed it a little bit so it's easier to play. So instead of going bum ba dum ba bum ba dum da, it's easier to play it like this. So now I'm going to take the right hand and play both the we are waiting and this night we pray, and here's how it sounds. This night are we pray, wait our lives sing the show. We this dream have we had, not forgotten. And the next line is even harder because now I'm playing 2 lines. We 2 notes up in that voice. We are instead of just we are. So now we're going are wait. Oh, that was the wrong notes. Sing the show. We have not forgotten. Okay, it's hard because I have to balance a bunch of different things in my head. Now we're going to put it together. We this night are. I'm not going to sing, that's too much for me. So while I would like to sing so that you can hear the different things I'm playing, I can't. Nuh-uh. Okay, and the way that I'm making each line stand out is this night we pray. That happened. We played it before all by itself. So you can hear that carrying on. So I really need to bring out this top one. We are waiting. And this is where, even from the start, I'm exaggerating. Now, you can't necessarily do this from the start if you're a beginner pianist, because it's enough for you just to focus on the letters and the counting, and that's a lot. But once you can read letters and counting pretty fluidly, and you can incorporate dynamics from the beginning, when you're at that level, that's when this advice applies. So from off the hop, I want to take my voice and make it louder than the other parts. And then when I put it together, and you can hear that singing line the most, because that's the part that I'm leaning into, and I'm exaggerating the dynamic on that to make it stand out apart from the other areas. Let's play the second line here where it has the 2 notes. Let's do that one more time. Now they're adding a 6th voice. Okay, how am I going to do this? The left hand is going to remain the same. I may have to drop something, because now in the right hand we have to go on this night, on this night, on this Merry Christmas night, on this night, on this night, on this Merry Christmas night, on this night, on this night, on this Merry Christmas night, on this night, on this night, on this Merry Christmas. Yeah. At least down here, for the last couple lines, they wrote all the voices together on the piano stave. So you can kind of read it in piano music now. So that's written like normal piano music, which is awesome. But how am I going to work out this? By going very slow. That's how I'm going to work it out. Nice. Okay, that's going to work. Wait. Missing some of the middle voices, which is no surprise because this is a lot. Oh, this one goes up. Yeah, let's do that. I don't like to do things halfway, so we're not changing this. We've just got to make it a little more legible. Now, ideally, what I would do is I would pop this into MuseScore, which is the program I use to write music. Ideally, that's what I would do. And then I would reprint it with all the voices mashed together where I need them. But I don't really have that kind of time right now. So we're going to do our best with what we have. And because it's so challenging, it's going to improve my sight reading. Now, this is the thing. If you're willing to stick through reading something super challenging and confusing, and you can work through the layer of emotion that's confusion, some people can't get past the layer of emotion that's confusion. But if you can, it is worth sticking with something extraordinarily difficult, because one day it's just going to click. And when it clicks, your skill level will leap forward amazingly. Like, you know, a Jedi. They train for years and years, and then all of a sudden they have to struggle to overcome the dark forces. And then after they do that, like, they break out on the other side and they're a hero. In old Star Wars, which is the real Star Wars, not the new Star Wars. Okay. Welcome to Piano and Star Wars with Tia. Okay. Now, what I'm doing here, I'll put up a picture on the screen. This looks actually super messy, but it does clarify it for me. So what I do is I put arrows going between the parts that go hands together, and I put the arrow pointing to the right hand notes and the left hand notes. And then I put the arrows where it doesn't go hands together, just pointing down from the right hand or up from the left hand, so I can see clearly what has to happen together and what has to happen in between the together parts. And when I do that, it makes it very easy for me to differentiate what I'm reading. And since I'm reading 5 lines of music, I need the help. Normally you just do this with 2 lines of music, because most piano music is written on 2 lines. But because I'm trying to play the vocal range, well, now I've got 4 treble staves, and that means I'm reading 5 lines of music, and it's hard. This is happening with the left hand. These are happening together. I'm going to fast forward this part where I'm just drawing arrows, because it's going to be very boring for people to watch. And it's actually not part of practice. Although writing in aids to help yourself is definitely part of practice. Now, the other thing you could do is, instead of using pencil here, I could take a highlighter and I could use one color for all the together parts, and I could use a different color for parts that are separate. And I'll show you what that looks like. But I don't want to use a highlighter because I don't feel like it. Because I think the arrows are going to be clearer. If they end up not being clear, then I'll use a highlighter. But the arrows works best for me. Highlighters often work best for other learning styles. Much easier to read. Whoops. That's coming along so beautifully. Now what you do is something super hard. No matter how slow it is, you just play it calmly, and you take in as much information as you can, and you do one line at a time. So when I'm reading this music, because it's brand new, sometimes pianists will give advice that you read ahead. But when things are brand new, you don't read ahead. And in fact, probably don't read ahead until you've started to get your song memorized. Because I have not found reading ahead helpful. It's a lot of information to retain. For me, if I just read the first line, I just read the first set of notes that go together. So the first right hand, left hand. Okay, so this comes first. Now I look at the next part, and I make sure that I know all the components of what I'm about to play, then I play this part. And then I play this by itself. Okay, now I'm not sure what comes next, so we look at all the components. So what I'm going is I'm only reading one thing at a time. And this is often the best way to go at first when you're reading, when you're doing something very, very complex. Just look at your first set of notes and play your first set of notes. Look at your next set of notes, play your next set of notes. Okay. So what you want to do then is you want to play through this section. I'm going to play through this section 3 times. And what am I aiming for here? I'm aiming only for accuracy. Oh, there's not supposed to be a G in there. I'm aiming only for accuracy, she says, and then it's inaccurate. But that's okay, you make mistakes. The aim is accuracy. The journey there is not super accurate. But the slower and more careful you are, the more accurate you're likely to be. There's still no G. No G. We're not going to start over, we're going to go from the same area. Wait, I did the left hand wrong. So what I'm doing here is the reason I'm making so many mistakes, I haven't given myself enough space and time to make sure that everything's accurate. Like I was saying, you sit there, I sit here, and I look for what's next. And when I'm positive I know what's next, then I play what's next. Okay, so when I gave myself enough space, you can hear I'm hesitating a lot more, but hesitations are easier to fix than mistakes. And you're not going to learn something well if you don't feed yourself the right information. You have to feed your brain the information that it needs. So if you're feeding your brain the wrong information because you're going too fast and you're not thinking through the mess of everything to find the right answer, well, if you just feed yourself the wrong answers, you're going to end up playing it wrong. So it's better to hesitate and sound slow and unsure of yourself, because you'll get it right. I should do that with the A. There we go. Now the reason I stopped there is because it sounded wrong. But it sounded wrong because it's outside the pattern of the rest of the song. We're approaching the climax, the climactic part. This is the climactic part. So they change it up a little to make it super interesting, to draw your attention and keep it. So that's why it sounds different. It's not wrong, but it's different. No, it's a G in the left hand. It feels good to get out of the hard part into a part that's familiar, or at least easier to read. Now we're going to do this 2 more times because that took a long time, but that was only once. And if you just repeat slow and accurate, and you don't worry about going fast, you will improve. Okay, I'm going to go, actually, before I start this, I'm going to set a tea on to brew. The water's boiling, and I expect by the time I get through this again, it's probably going to be ready to pour. Oops. That's the different sound. Throws me off. That's okay. Almost done. Alright, my roommate is home, so this is the end of the video. Thanks for joining me. Hit like if you liked it, share if you know anyone who would also enjoy it, subscribe if you want more, and leave any feedback down in the comments. Thank you.